just because something has a Patriotic color palette doesn't mean you can't use it all year long. So I'm going to show you how to do this. This particular kit starts off with a container that's got a classic looking plaid on there that never goes out of style. And we're going to make this with a blue and white floral to go in here. So it's kind of got a summertime vibe going to it, but literally you can leave it out till the fall. So that's our goal with this one, is a piece that's nice and transitional, but it screams, hey, the weather's warm. The colors are warm but soft, and this is so pretty. So we got to start off by getting some foam, and the foam does not come in the kit. You will have to purchase this separately. But this particular foam comes from a big sheet, and I cut it into 2 little squares that can slide right into the center, okay? I prefer the big sheets of foam, but you can always get smaller pieces and work several into making your base too for your arrangement. So I'm going to start off with some Gorilla Glue. I like to put that in the bottom. You also want to prep the bottom, if possible, just with a little alcohol wipe it down. I put some Gorilla Glue in there, and that's going to set up with my hot glue. And I've got my electric skillet with hot glue just right over here to the side. And I'm going to dip these in and just put them right into the bottom of the container. So I've got 2, just going to kind of wipe them on each other. I do want a little bit of excess on there so they can goo out a little bit, as I call it. Let them goo out. And then we're going to let that just set up a couple minutes, and then we'll get started on our arrangement, building it up. Hey, are you on our text list? Because if you're not on our text list, that's how you're going to get notifications when I'm building a kit just like this. So you want to get on the text list at 832-734-5201. All you got to do is text to me the word VIP, because you're a VIP, and when you get on the list, you will not miss notifications for new videos, and I don't want you to miss any of them. All right, you're going to grab your big sunflowers. They're going to shape out our design first. We're going to put these in first. But make sure as you're shaping out your leaves that you come in and you like and follow. Make sure you share this video with your friends so that way we can continue to make beautiful content for you to enjoy watching. So that's a great way to support us. If you're able to come and shop from our store, that's even better. But a like, a share, a follow, and all that helps us out also. So do what you can to help all your favorite creators. Now, I took the first stem and I broke it down. I cut it at the first nodule where it's made to be cut. And that kind of gives me a starting point here for my design. I know that I want this piece to be a little bit high. Now, this design is going to have a smaller base, but we are going to have it just cascading right out and having a lot of motion. So my first piece is going in, and you see how it's kind of chilling, it's kicking back a little. So important. Now we're going to kick out from there more of like an L shape with my next piece. So this one, once I shape it all and shake hands with it, just like we do in design school, we want to shake hands and open up the floral. Then I'm going to take and break this down into some shorter pieces. So I'm going to cut off the big flower and cut off the smaller flowers. And now we're going to take and kind of create our own little cluster over here to the side and somewhat of an L shape. So I'm going to start off with the biggest bloom first because we have him kind of kicking up high, chilling over here. This one's going to come out to the right. I'm going to come into the side of the foam, and I want him to just kind of be, oh yeah, we're happy. I'm happy. I'm looking over this way. I'm so happy. And I'm going to support him by going around him. This is the front of the design, so I want one coming forward, of course. We'll have him look up a little bit. Now, the bud is going to go into the back. So I'm going to trim this off, save those leaves, and the bud is going to go into the back. So as you start to lay out your pattern here, you want to think about where everybody's going. And I want him to look forward. Okay, we want it to be kind of flowing already when we just see the main flowers in. Okay, take a look. Take a look. All right, now save these leaves. We'll use them in a little bit. But before we get any twigs in, we need to come in and get our greenery. And this is our fishtail fern. It always gives us a really nice wispy design. So I'm going to push this one up a little bit, but I'm going to cut these to 2-inch stems, okay? On this bush. Get it all broken down like that. Now with this one, I know I need a few longer ones. So I'm going to take like 3 longer ones to start without pushing it up at all. And we will pop these in around our main bloom. So one of the things I like for our designs to be very organic feeling. And I think that's how we feel when we're doing this. Uh-oh, I knocked off the head. If that happens, no worries. You just put a little glue. It can happen. And we're just going to put him back on. You happy now, you pretty little head? He's happy. Okay, our first fern went in up the top. And these are the long ones we're going to use. And I want you just to come in and just snuggle right up to the other. Snuggle right up in here. And then put one right in the middle. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure this main flower is getting all the loving. You see how it's getting all the loving? Now we're going to love on this bottom one too. So I'm going to take the shorter pieces and go right around him. So this is the shorter bush. We already cut shorter. And we're working right around the main floral, just like we did at the top one. We're just repeating that same process. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And then one right up the middle. This one I'm going to do a little bit more clumpy because I want that to kind of sit in the middle. So you can tell we're not just shoving anything in. We're thinking about where everything's going. And now we're ready to fill in around the base with the greenery to kind of really fill up the design. So what I want you to do is push all of these where they're clustered and shorter, okay? We're going to do that with every one. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. All right, now we're going to start to work our way around with these so they really fill in. So I might pull them a little bit tighter, trim that off, and let's start to fill in our design. Kind of work from the center out. Instead of working just from on the edge out, work from that center out. That blue is so pretty. Oh, it is just such a pretty blue. There we go. You see how I'm working from the middle out and I'm getting that nice and full. So when you grab the kit to this, matter of fact, if you do need the link, just ask in the comments if you're having any trouble finding it here on the post. And we're going to provide everything you need except for the moss and the foam. We're going to use a little moss at the end to kind of fill in any of that foam that you can still see. But you will need your own foam and moss. See how pretty? Look at, you see how pretty? And that's why you love this greenery, because the movement it gives it. Now let's come into the back zone here. And I'm going to put a couple pieces in the back, and I'm just making them short. And we'll just pop these in. And we also have our leaves that we had earlier that we cut off our one bloom, and we can put those here in the back. The only thing I want to do is I want to get rid of that middle stem so you cannot see it. I took it off. And these are great to just keep in the back here to fill in some space. Just make sure the front of the leaves show. Oh, that's perfect. Here's the front. Now you see our shape. That's really important. It's important to kind of show that's the movement we want going, and that's where we want your eye to be looking. Now our last element, which is a lot of fun in this design, is going to be the twigs. And our twigs also have a little bit of white bloom on it. And I picked the white out of the container to pull that white into it. We purposely avoided red on this because I didn't want it to give it a patriotic vibe. It could have a patriotic vibe, but you didn't have to be committed to that. Let's say you did, you know, a little bit of lemons, or this is a blue that's really pretty with lemons. Anything like that, if you had that in your kitchen or your sunroom, this would totally work to go with it. But it wasn't locked in with patriotic with the red. Now, if you are like, Clea, but I want to use it for patriotic, I tell you what, just add in a little bit of red berries and you'll hit a home run with this kit, okay? You can just add them onto your order. Matter of fact, don't forget, if you spend over $100, you get free shipping. And you can just pop those in or out. And you can actually take them out after the holiday too, if you wanted to have less of the patriotic going. Now I'm going to bring this one in and just push it down right into here because I want this to be our tall twig. And I might bring a little fishtail in front of it and just have those kind of working their way out. Ooh, that's pretty. Really, really pretty. Now let's come in between. That one twig's in. I'm going to have this one kind of go off to the left. Let me cut it a little bit shorter. And this one we're going to do the same thing. I like to take these and curl a couple of them. At least to give them a little structure. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. And that's going to come in over here to the left. Beautiful. Just pop that one in. Mamacita. I love that. That white flower in there is perfect. It's just pulling out the white from the container. So dainty. So soft. You know, I love that. And so these are coming all out of that midline of the design. So the L is occurring here, and these are breaking through to the right and the left. And that's real important in how I want this finished piece to look. Now I'm going to curl this one down a little where these white flowers are because I kind of want them lower to the base. And we're going to put this right in here on the right. Just find a little spot. I got a little bit of a glue string there. I didn't take my time and pull it off beforehand. I was rushing. All right, trim this little wire off. Okay, I love it. Now take your twigs and make sure you're bossing them around. Some of them you want straight, some of them you want curled. You can decide. Look how cute. This is so sweet, so cute, very simple to make. You can see how quickly we pulled it together. And if you want to add some red berries, you can. Matter of fact, we might put some suggested red berries too on the supply list, so you could add those in if you want some. But this is just beautiful, just how it is, and ready to rock and roll, y'all. So if you can see any of your foam in there, just grab a little bit of Spanish moss and just take and make a little flat little pancake and just pop that along the edge anywhere you want to hide any mechanics. You don't need a whole ton, just a touch. All right, Bloomerinos, I can't wait to see what you make. I hope you're having fun with flowers every day. And come and join us. Come and join us in design school, because every week I'm blessing you with techniques and live videos where you are with me one-on-one, getting the attention you need to create the most beautiful pieces you can.